Hello everyone, and welcome to your Tuesday Thoughts Tarot reading. Welcome. I started early this morning in the hopes that we get this done and it stays recorded. If you remember last week, I did a full tarot reading for over an hour and it disappeared. So this week I'm going to try and get through the cards quicker because I think something happens when you go beyond the hour on my computer and it just wipes it. So I'm not sure why it does that. But I don't have a load of tech. This is all very basic. This is just me on the computer camera. So all very basic, but nevertheless, welcome. We are almost at payday, right? At the end of the month, so much is changing. We're in this back to school vibe. There's a lot changing for the children. They're moving into different classes. They're moving up to different schools. Mums and dads are feeling different feelings because of all of this change. Life just keeps moving on, right? And hopefully we'll get paid at the end of the month as well. So what can the tarot bring you? So I read the tarot quite intuitively. I go through the meaning of the card, but then try and bring it all together. So this is for entertainment, but you can take from it what resonates and leave the rest. My name's Karen. I am a channeler, a medium. I'm a Reiki healer. I'm an artist, and also I read cards as well. So if there's anything you would like me to bring forward, just let me know. If there's anything, I do a newsletter every month. So there'll be one coming for the 1st of September. And I often do different offers within that newsletter. So a lot of people took up my August offers, which was fantastic. And I had 4 different offers because I just thought I'm just going to go crazy with the offers now in August. Summertime, let's just, let the heat get to our heads and go crazy. And so many people picked up on either card readings, on healings, or on mini violet flame sessions as well. And also mediumship. So it was great to see people taking advantage of the offers. I never usually have more than one, but August I just went a bit crazy. The heat got to me. So I had 4 offers in August. So September I will be putting an offer on. If there's something that you want, that you've been wanting to try, but you haven't, and maybe prices put you off, maybe you just didn't make the time for it, but now we're back to school time, now you might have a little bit more time, now you're looking at your schedule a little bit different as we run into the second part of the year, really moving towards the end of the year, let me know. And if it's not in September, I'll try and work it into one of the newsletters before the end of the year. So I hope you're well. I hope you're all dealing with the energies that are coming in. So there's a lot of strong energy hitting the planet. You might be feeling different day by day, even minute by minute. But the chaos that is happening is here as a teacher. It's here to awaken, and it is destructive, and that is part of the human experience. And it's only when you dig deep and you learn more about yourself as a human being, but also as a spiritual being, that you start to understand what is happening and understand why it's happening as well. And so many of, let's say, psychic people, healing people, that type of thing, have already had their awakenings, have already done their study, have already done the work. But there's always more to do, by the way. You don't just stop. Suddenly a new layer is revealed and you went, oh my God, that's coming up, so I can process it. Never stops. But we have a deeper understanding of the meaning of life and what is occurring and why and how we can help it. But for many people, they've not looked further than their nose usually. So this is making people expand their hearts, making people tap into their consciousness. But also it's okay to throw flack at one group, but then not throw flack at another group. So this whole learning is going on of what you deem is okay and what you deem is not okay. And we had that thing a while ago, it was be kind. And I saw so many people posting about be kind. And I see people now reacting to situations in an aggressive way. So the be kind has gone out the window. So be aware that also you're being programmed by the algorithms. You're being programmed. Most people are sitting on their phones and you're being programmed by the algorithms to mess with your emotional system, to mess with your system. If you see one thing, you'll see 100 things of the same. So choosing what you watch, choosing what you witness, choosing how you want to feel. How beneficial is that feeling? How can you help when you're in that feeling? How is that feeling helping? How is that feeling detracting? This is all very deep stuff, but what I'm trying to say is that most people go, oh yeah, but that doesn't matter, or this is important, or something along those lines, which is true, but there are layers beyond that you haven't actually tapped into or recognized or noticed, and we need to start seeing beyond what is just presented as well, and that's the awakening, and no one would do it if they all sat at home on their PlayStations. No one would do it. And it is imperative that it happens. And it is not just for those who are psychically attuned to become aware and awake and suddenly have these abilities that they're able to bring through energy and bring through channelings and bring through information. The whole point of it is that everybody rises, because the energy is changing. So you're going to be tapping in very, very different ways. You need to learn how to manage it. Anyway, I don't know why I'm rambling. Sometimes just ramble. Anyway, tarot. You came for tarot. So let's do a tarot reading. This is why I probably get cut off after an hour, because there's too much rambling. So let's do a little shuffle. Think of a question that you have. Think of something that you want clarification on. And we'll put that energy into the cards. I do hope that you're well. As usual, you can give me a like if it resonates. Give me a like anyway. You can, what else can you do? You can subscribe. That would be great. Cost you nothing. And it really helps me if you subscribe to the channel. Just press the red button, subscribe. And leave a comment, if it makes sense, if it validates something for you, leave a comment. Okay, so I'm giving them a good old shuffle. And that means that we should have a good, fresh mixture. So we're asking the tarot to give us some information that will be helpful to whoever is watching. And we see you and we are with you, and we know you are listening because you enjoy these, but also because there's something that you want. There's something you want to hear. And so we have one card out already. I don't know what it is. 1 second. Okay, spirits, angels, guides. That one I can see. Bear with, I'll just have to go and get it. Okay. Well, that's like today, it's the tarot card, so it's a bit stormy, isn't it? And today it was, when I woke up this morning, it was beautiful blue sky and fluffy clouds. Not what do they call them? Contrails or chemtrails? Not those, because they are very present, and you usually just see lines going across. But these were like the old school clouds, the old fluffy clouds, the beautiful roundy clouds, the design clouds with all of the, as an artist, you see all the different colours in the different layers within the cloud. And it was just like, oh my God, we have old school clouds here. And it was so nice. It was like the skies from years ago. So we have Page of Pentacles, we have King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles keeps coming up. There it is. And I've watched a few other people's readings as well, because on YouTube there's so many different people reading. And King of Pentacles keeps coming up as well. So let's get another couple, please. Just a couple of cards. And then I might use a few different decks, because I think last time I used the same as the week before. I've got the Chariot and one last card which has jumped out. Judgment. Okay, so the first card, which we didn't know, is the Five of Pentacles. Now, there's many different ways to read the Five of Pentacles. One of the more traditional ways is kind of poverty, victim mode, and lack of money, sort of unemployment, that type of thing. And you can see two people who are suffering. They are down on their luck, and they're kind of, the head is down, so they can't see a way out. They're pretty much despondent. So if you're finding yourself in lack, so financially, maybe you don't have enough money for what you want to achieve, Maybe you feel a little bit left out in the cold. This can be, you know, they're outside in the snowy, outside this church. So there's this element of being left outside of things, being separated from people, from things. Perhaps there was some financial gain for others and not for you. So this is you feeling that separation, you feeling that difference. It can also be that victim mode. So when something like that happens, you might suddenly go into victim mode and go, well, woe is me, you know, why am I not included? Why am I not treated the same? Why is everyone else getting ahead in this? And that can happen to spiritual people too, because we have so much desire to bring forward. It's not like we're trying to save everyone and save the planet, but we have such interest and passion about what we do. There's nothing I love more than painting. There's nothing I love more than transmitting Reiki. You know, yes, it's work in a sense, and you have to get ready and you get everything set up, and it takes a level of that, and you've got paperwork, etc., and emails to sort out, and scheduling, and all the usual. But the actual sitting and doing it is so magical, and channeling is magical, and mediumship is such an honor. To be able to sit with someone and for their family members or friends to actually come and approach me who have passed over and make themselves known to me, that's such an honor. You know, most of these people I don't know, so I wouldn't know their family, and they're willing to come through. Like that, it's just something beautiful about that. So yes, there's work, yes, there's that level of involvement, and you're passionate about what you do, but you might be seeing other people picking up other things. And for me, example, I can't stop because there's so much I want to do that I'm still not even doing. And it's like, oh, I want to do that, and I want to do that, and it's like the next course and the next course and the next product and the next thing. Like there's so much you want to do. So then you can feel a little bit lost, a little bit in lack, because you don't have maybe the financial wherewithal to move forward into these things, to invest in these things, to put the money down that's needed to start the ball rolling on all of these different things. So then you can feel a bit like a victim, or feel a bit like, you know, you're losing because others seem to be doing everything else that you wanted to do as well. And you're not getting the chance to do it. So beware victim mode, because actually what you are doing is correct. What you are doing is right for you right now. And sometimes you have to stick with something, not to make it a success, but because it's still teaching us. It's teaching the healer. It's teaching the teacher. We learn from our clients. We learn from our experience as we're doing it. I had a distance healing for a lady on Sunday, and at the end I was just seeing her dressed in these kind of came through as like Maid Marian clothes, and there was a royal court, and there was some element of that coming in. So there's past life stuff streaming into me, and I was getting Elizabethan area, so I had to Google it to see, was Maid Marian, was that connected to Elizabethan era? So we're all learning all of the time, and so that's the expansion. Now with this card as well, there may be some lack, maybe because the Five of Pentacles are money, and 5 is change. So you might have noticed a change, and this can happen during summer season as well. So a lot of people are away. So they don't necessarily book for treatments. They don't necessarily book for appointments or whatever. So you can feel a little bit in lack and a little bit scared at that time. But this is change, and we see the golden window. We see the Five of Pentacles here, and that's an invitation inside the building. That's telling us there is a lifeline. That's telling us there is a change. There is a change in your money coming. If you can take your head out of the ground and raise it up and raise your spirits and move forward. We've got the flowers here, the roses, and that's just that something is ready to blossom. Something is ready to move to the next level, perhaps. What else am I getting? It might be due to injury and illness. You might have been in lack due to injury and illness. You can see they've got sticks here like crutches. So there's this element of feeling wounded, this element of feeling that you've had an injury or an illness that you've had to deal with. And that's used up your savings, and now you're in lack. That's taken your money, and now you've got nothing left, and you feel, where is it going to come from? But there is a lifeline. There is money here. It is attached to work, so you will be doing some work to achieve this. But try and get out of that victim mode so you can see it, so you can see a way forward. So you might want to do breath work. You might want to go for a walk and clear the head. Some exercise is great because it just stimulates an energy inside you. It just gets that chi moving. Something just to take you out of the downward motion. Don't be looking at your phone. Don't be sucked into your phone. Get back to your life, your real life. And leave this limitation, because there is a possibility of money here at the end of a work cycle. Also be wary of someone who draws too much from you, someone who has maybe an injury or an illness and they need a lot of attention. They need a lot of, reinforcement in a sense. They need to have your focus on them, your attention on them. So there is this thing of someone feeling weaker or feeling like they've got an injury, and then that is the main thing that they talk about. So that's the victim energy. And then they play on you for your attention, for your presence, by playing on this victim energy. So someone might be unwell or elderly, and there is this sense of using that to kind of take from you, to draw you into, to attach to you, that codependency. Be wary of that as well. But what is next is the Tower, which is change. Change is coming for you. Big change. The Tower only comes in when the Spirit is saying, this is time to change this. So in a sense, this is great. We're changing this pauper energy, victim energy, lack energy, massive change. Okay, now it can be to do with a home. The Tower we can see is collapsing. The Tower will collapse into the water in order to be rebuilt. So something about your home needs to be rebuilt. We've got the people falling out of the Tower here. So people may be moving into your home, people may be moving out of your home. The shift in people within your home is going to happen. There is this movement, this change in energy. It might be during summer, people were away, and now back to school season, they will be coming back. So there's a shift in this energy within the home. But also it's saying that the home wasn't built on strong foundations. And I always liken this to back home in Ireland, there's a problem with mica bricks. And a lot of the homes are built on these bricks that literally they're just like gravel. They don't hold, and a lot of these houses are collapsing. So this would point to that as well. It's not built on strong foundations. It must be collapsed in order to be rebuilt, so it's solid, so it's strong, so it's healthy. The lightning coming in and striking the top, it's saying that it is Spirit-led, so this is timely. This isn't just something that happens. This is a massive change. Yes, it's turbulent water, so it's emotional, so it's going to shift your emotions. But it is bringing forward this new experience. The Tower is also, we can imagine it to be our chakra system as well. So our chakra system is getting electrified. Our chakra system is getting an upgrade. We have to let go of everything that we thought we were. We have to let go of this ignorance as to our power as spiritual beings in human bodies. We need to work on our structure, which is your chakra system, your energetic structure. It's one way to start. You can also do Tai Chi. That will work on your chi, work on your knowledge, on your organs, on your energetic organs. I was thinking the last day about the time I could see this energetic, it was just outside my tummy, because I used to see a lot in Tai Chi. And it was like a plastic bag. It was like a white plastic bag that was full. And I was going like, what is this that I can see outside my tummy, just my lower tummy? And then I was Googling and researching and reading and stuff. And I found out that we don't just have physical organs, we have energetic organs as well. And that was my energetic bladder. And it was fascinating. And they described it exactly as that, like a bag that is full of water or something. It's your energetic bladder. So there's different ways to learn about yourself more than your physical. And this is what's coming in as well. So you're letting go of the old view of who you were, and you're moving into this new understanding of yourself as energy, as electric, as electrifying. You are a light being. So it's moving away from the physical. The physical is collapsing, perhaps, and we're moving into this lightning, this electric being. Interesting. So we have the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is quite young. He's got a bit of blush on his cheeks there. So it's the younger, it's the planter, it's someone who's sowing seeds. So what are the seeds that you're sowing for the future? Now he's got the 1 coin here, which can point to a bit of study. So we talked about that earlier. Is there something that you want to do? Are you passionate about something else? Is there something you want to take up and you study? And what you're doing in whatever you're learning, whether it's learning about this transformation, whether it's about learning a new skill, whatever it is, you're planting these little seeds that will grow. They will grow. They need nourishment, and maybe you're planting them now and they'll come to fruition in spring. So we'll see the a lot of people plant bulbs now, don't they? And then through the winter, under the earth, lots of things happening we don't see, and then the crocus comes up and the snowdrops come up, and we see the beautiful flowers in springtime. And so this is the birth of something. So this is the birth of something in something that you're learning, something you may be teaching, but it's going to earn you some money. So there's work involved and there's money coming back in. Just realised I don't have the light on. I hope the light's okay for you today. It's got a bit dark outside. I should have put the light on. So there you are, standing in your field. There you are. You've got your own land and you're starting something new. Oh, fascinating. You're starting something new in springtime. You're investing a little bit of something and you're hoping that it will bear fruit. And then what do we see? We see the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles is someone who has built their business, someone who's grown their business, someone who has achieved, he's got his brand colors on his cloak. He has stepped forward, he's worked hard, he's established himself, he has his own business, his own label, her business, her label. And so you've gone from this massive change that's come in has allowed you to go from planting and sowing seeds to reaping the rewards. You've gone from the Page, which goes through the Knight, the Queen, and then the King. So you've gone through all of the steps. By springtime, you will be reaping in some rewards. You will be taking some money. You will be doing work. You have built your castle. You've got your house in the background. Your castle is here. Your castle is secure. There is nothing changing this. And this is, December into January. So you might find over the next few months, things start to get better for you. That things start to roll in, that jobs start to roll in, that money starts to roll in, the commissions start to roll in. And it might feel like it's slow moving because Capricorn, which the King of Pentacles represents, can be slow moving, but it's all about investment. It's all about attention to detail. The Capricorn energy wants to do well in money. They like money. They like position. They like to stand out for their wealth, for their achievements. So you will be standing out for your achievements. You will have that success financially. This is what it's telling us, which is wonderful when you think we started off with the poverty and the lack, and we're moving into, the work has paid off. The work has paid off. And that was the change. The change was moving from poverty and lack, looking at everything that we've sown, all the seeds that we've sown. We've let go of what was. We're becoming new. We're becoming different. We're understanding ourselves in a different way. And then we have the Chariot. So we're moving forward now at speed. We are taking up the reins of our life and we are moving forward. So this is positive. This is taming the wildness, taming the chaos, and pointing us in the right direction, pointing us in where we want to go and moving forward. It can be travel, and often it's over land by car or by train, something like that. But it is very much travel, moving forward, moving in a direction. So, and you're kicking up a bit of a storm here. You can see that, there's a bit of dust being kicked up by these horses as they move forward, and that would point to speed. So things really then start to take off, and then you find your direction. This chariot driver here, he has to rein the horses in and make them go in this direction. They have to work together. So the two sides of yourself, that masculine, that feminine, that ambitious side, and then that healing side, softer side, they have to work together. You have to pull those sides of you together so that you can move forward. And it feels like it's going to cause a bit of a stir. There's a lot of clouds here in the background, and that could be almost like storm clouds as well. It's very stormy today. It's got very dark. It was so blue and sunny earlier, and then it just literally changed. It was so bizarre. The energy feels weird. It feels hot, but it's gone this very strange tone. The tones of the energy, I don't know if you've noticed, but they can be very different. Anyway, you might cause a bit of a stir with whatever you're creating, and maybe it'll be that. Maybe, whatever it is that happens, whatever this business is that suddenly takes off and you're moving in this direction, and you get to travel. You get to travel as part of your business. You get to go to different places. But again, that's reining yourself in. Do what you need, do what's necessary. Don't let things go out of hand. Don't lose control, because the chariot driver has to take control of the horses. So don't lose control of your business. Don't lose control of everything you've set up because it got too big. So you want to always maintain a way of making sure all the I's are dotted, the T's are crossed, that everything is in order, that you're managing it all very well. And if you need to bring in other people for that to help you, do. Because it's about working together. It's about bringing these energies together so you can move forward. But just maintain that control. Don't lose control over you and the ambition. The ambition can drive you off a cliff, right? So don't lose control over that. Make sure you rein it in. But you know what direction you're going in, and you're moving in that direction. And the final card from the tarot today is Judgment. And Judgment is all about, time to wake up and hear the music. This is a time of rebirth. In fact, it's a time of decision making. It's a massive crossroads. So you're at this crossroads point. You're at this crossroads where this angel is trumpeting this new life. The family here, they're all coming out of these coffins. And what that points to is there's been a death of the old self. There's been a death of what was before. What was. But coming out of the coffin is a symbol of, I've been reborn. I've been reborn. I have a new life now. And that might be for everyone in the family. The whole family might have a new existence, a new life. There was possibly a crossroads moment with your family, and now you're all settling into this new life. And you can see here, that it was a bit choppy, and then it's moving to the calm waters. So whatever happened was a little bit choppy for you, was a little bit difficult, a little bit ups and downs. And perhaps you called on angels to help you. Perhaps you sounded the call to the angelic realm to say, come and help me during this. And it's about, throwing your prayers to the heavens, throwing your calls to the heavens, bringing in angelic energy. But this is a signal, a trumpeting for this change in relation to the business, because a lot of this is money and work. And so it's working with the angels in whatever you're doing. If you want more business, work with the angels. Ask the angels to come in and help you. The angel for small business is Afriel, Archangel Afriel. So you can call on Afriel to help you with your business. And let me do that now. Afriel, can I invoke you to come forward and just help me with my small business? Thank you. And then a money angel is Yehudiel. So Archangel Yehudiel. So bring in angelic energy to you to help, because you're at a crossroads moment. Things are going to change for you. Things are in the pipeline to change. You've sown the seeds, and it's going to bring you what you want. But it's about your preparation for that as well. Have you prepared yourself for this success? Have you prepared yourself so it's not a runaway train like the Chariot? There's something about manifestation where you have to act as if, so you're imagining the life you will have when all this success is here. So you have to put yourself in that place. What issues are going to come up? What problems are you going to have to deal with? It's work. So what work things are going to need your attention? How can you do this better? Where's the weak spots? How are you going to do that? Are you going to drop something? Are you going to take something else up? So there's all these different things that are going to happen because of this crossroads, because of this new energy, this new life, this rebirth. And it's also about not judging others. So I'm bringing that into what I was saying maybe at the beginning. Let's not judge each other, but let's work with the higher realms to bring in higher judgment. It is not for us to judge others, because in a sense, and I know we do it all the time because we have an opinion of one thing or another, but we know very little about that person and about what they've gone through and about the pressure that they're under and what they've had to do. We know very little about their beliefs. We know very little about what that's come from, where that's held inside, where that is deep in them, how deep it is. There's so many complicated elements, and you can't just judge people. So this is saying, leave the judgment to the higher realms. Leave the judgment to the higher realms. And make yourself free. Free yourself from the baggage. Free yourself from, they've got no clothes here. So they've taken everything off that was their attitudes, their opinions, their beliefs. Everything had to go. Everything had to go in the coffin. And they have to be reborn and anew. And this is the new human. That's what I'm getting as well. Very interesting. So I'm going to go to Archangel Michael now. We are on 31. And we will pick a card. Again, I am going to keep this under an hour. So we'll see how we get on with the cards. How does that sound? Let me know. What do you think of the cards? Do you want further reading on this? Do you need a bit more information? Let's see if Michael can bring us a little bit more information. Just going to shuffle them here on my knee. Okay, I put the painting up because I thought sometimes I like simplicity. So I like the white wall and nothing around me, and it's all very simple and basic, and you focus on me. And then I was looking at someone's video and I thought, oh, that's really nice. They've got plants in the background, they've got other stuff in the background, and then they're in the midst of it, and it looked really nice. So I thought, what can I do today? Let me just bring out one of my paintings. And this one is called Found One. And the colours in it are intense. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but they are intense. And it's all about swirling energy in the cosmos. Okay, this one has kind of jumped, and it's Romance Angels Are Helping You. So many of you will be delighted about that. And let's see what else they've got. It's very natural surrounding. It's very much in nature. So there might be an element of getting back to nature and how that increases the possibilities of romance for you. Let's go with this one as well. Go forward fearlessly. And then we had three others jump out. Right, I'm going to leave it at that. And then we'll just read these as kind of a little informative group without going to the book, because it'll take me too long. And the next one was your loved ones you and your loved ones are safe, which is always lovely. Explore your options and let go of fear now. Okay, so let's have a look. So romance angels are helping you. It's talking about preparation of yourself and your soulmate to meet, and this motivation to make better choices in life. Because the type of person that you want to meet, you've evolved to a certain degree, and you want to meet a person. So you want to meet a person who's on the same level as you. And what do you want from them? Do you want them to be Do you want them to be not fitness freaks, but health conscious? Do you want them to be a little bit spiritual? Do you want them to be business savvy? Do you want them to have good family relationships? And then it's about doing that for you. So work on your family relationships, work on your health and fitness, work on the foods that you eat, work on your inspirations, what businesses inspire you, what businesses you like to support. Maybe you're into eco-friendly businesses. Do you like to support those? So working around all of those kinds of things, you have to kind of be that too, because you have to have that match, that magnetism. And it's asking just to have the courage to say hello to each other when you meet. So there's lots of cherub energy around you, we would say, and it is bringing in that romantic element. So suddenly you might feel romantic. Sorry, my nose is running, and I know it's spirit. Bear with me. Yeah, I don't have a cold or anything, but sometimes spirit just, I don't know, is it to do with the waters within us, and it's like the liquid, it's just coming. Also, it might be pointing out this to me, that it's something to pay attention to, and know that you're being helped. Know that if you've asked for help, you are being helped. And this will help towards your shift. This will help towards what's coming. We saw the tower. We saw a change in the inhabitants in the house. So if things are changing within your home, people might be moving out, people might be moving in, and might have a romantic element. And it says, go forward fearlessly. So if this comes for you, whatever life is bringing you now, go forward fearlessly. Don't look at the past. Don't stay stuck in your old ways, your old thinking, your old belief system. This is about moving forward. And a lot of people repeat what they've lived and what they've known into the future, because they don't have new thoughts, they don't have new ideas. But we need to think of this new life that's coming, massive change, newness, planting new seeds. What is it we want to experience? Do we just want to trudge along? No, we want to move into this new, amazing life. And we don't show fear. We don't have fear. We have to trust. You can see the stars around his head. So there's an element of this is the right timing, astrological timing. This is absolutely right. He's holding this light at his heart. You can see my cards are well worn. I need new cards, people. So he's holding this golden glow at the heart, so it's moving into the heart. And it's saying that Michael is walking with you every step of the way, holding your hand, giving you confidence and courage, guiding your thoughts and actions in the direction of love and my true life's purpose. So again, this is go forward fearlessly in love. You are being guided in love. You are being guided to open this heart chakra to love and move forward fearlessly. So Michael's coming in with a slightly different message, which is always interesting. It says, you and your loved ones are safe. And that's a beautiful little kind of fantasy scene there. Lovely colours, and it's like beautiful earth, the utopia kind of dream. Magical with fairies and fire of the earth and the volcanoes and the water and the land and the kind of multicoloured outfit that Michael is wearing here. And it says, thank you for watching over me and my loved ones. Help us feel secure and at peace, filled with faith, so that we can focus on our priorities and enjoy a healthful, happy life. And that's it as well. It's like the Tower card, where the two people are falling. Bring in Michael to help you feel secure in the midst of this change. That whatever is changing, you're making better choices. I was saying about, do you want a person who is healthy? Do you want a person who maybe doesn't drink alcohol? Do you want a person who goes to church? Do you want a person, those types of things? So it's saying, help us feel secure and at peace and fill me with faith so I may focus on my priorities and enjoy a healthful, happy life. So it's about changing the life you're living, massively changing the life you're living, and using Archangel Michael to give you the courage to do so, to move into this new life fearlessly, but knowing that you're secure and those around you are secure while you go through this change. you are all secure and being looked after, that's always so lovely to read. And then we've got explore your options. So their options are coming up, and this might be in love. You might get a few different interests signaling to you, messaging you. And so you will have options, and you will be able to explore those options. You know, it's important to test out the waters. It's important to have a benchmark, to weigh up one against another. You know, is this person bringing you what you want, but is this person more able to sustain a longer relationship? You know, you have to explore the different things that you want, that you require as you move forward, and what that means to you. So it's about seeing, understanding, and assessing all of the alternative options. And this could be in work as well. If a work relationship comes in, you have to assess if it's right for you. You have to see if it works for you. There was that time a while ago I told you about this opportunity to be with this group, and they would sort of promote and could book sessions with me through their website. But I had to, I couldn't actually go past a few hours in day one, because I had it in the back of my head. It was stressing me out, and my life was not better. My life had become more stressful. I was walking around with this extra stress in my head, and the only way I could relieve myself of that stress was to say, actually, I can't do this. And so I've let go of an opportunity because I had to weigh up how it was affecting me, and whether that I could live with that, I could move forward with that. And maybe it's something I could take up later when I'm feeling a bit more able, but I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. I just had to pull the plug, as they say. But as well, what that does is it allows you to explore other options. So perhaps the nature of the idea of it was good. Perhaps it stimulated my mind into thinking, you know, you say that thing, this or something better. So it allowed me to go down that road and see what that was about. But then I pulled back because I wasn't comfortable. But now it gives me a chance to look at other options along the same line, other options where maybe the partnership, the meeting, the relationship will be better. So with love, but also in business, it's important to explore your options and not feel pressured into doing something just because it appears and it's there, and you know, obviously they're great salespeople and they get you in, but if you feel overwhelmed, then you're not going to be able to give. And I just felt I couldn't match my schedule. I couldn't look after me and the people by doing it. Maybe that's incorrect. Maybe it would have been fine. But in that position, I couldn't. And I just had to say no. So, and then it says, let go of fear. Now, maybe it was a huge fear of mine. Maybe it was fear that stopped me. Maybe I was afraid I couldn't cope. Maybe I was afraid it wouldn't work out. Maybe I was afraid I wouldn't be able to get my bookings in order. What if I needed this day off and they had already booked, and all of that kind of thing? Because currently people get in touch with me and I'm able to schedule a time that suits. But having people book themselves in all of the time meant that they were in control of my diary, not me. So perhaps there was a bit of fear there. And Michael is saying, we're asking him to help us feel safe and deserving of his guidance. And he is clearing heavy, toxic, or ego-based thoughts and feelings. So he's cutting away what is no good for you, cutting away this fear, cutting away this toxicity, cutting away this ego, clearing your energy. So the energy needs to be clear to move into this new phase. That's why we have the collapse of the tower. That's why we're letting go of the old person. That's why we're sowing seeds for the future, the new seeds that are going to blossom and going to move us in a new direction. But we have to clear that toxicity. We have to cut out. It's like cutting cords to the past as well. So cord cutting would be very beneficial. If you find you're doing this and then they're still kind of reverting back to the old, thinking about the old can be very programmed. So it can be very difficult to move on from the old thinking. And that would, I'm just going to use this deck now, that would, so for a person to change, the thinking has to change. But for the thinking to change, that needs a good month of reprogramming, or clearing in some way, cutting cords, because you might think you've moved on, but you're attached to something back here energetically. So that's why energetically cutting cords, doing violet flame, clearing the energy around you, so you're freeing yourself up. And often we keep a cord attached because we have this fear of the future. We haven't created it, we haven't manifested it. And that's why I'm saying as well, think about what you want. Put yourself in that position of your future self. What do you need? What's going on? How would it look? How would you dress? How would you talk? Who would you talk to? Who would you spend time with? Who would you decide, I don't want to spend time with you. You're not helpful to me. You don't bring joy. It's about moving into a different vibration so that you can do your work from that place of peace and comfort. But it does mean often moving away from, moving away from that old life and cutting away that cord, but also knowing, what is it? Where am I going to? And that can be fearful. If you've not done any pre-paving, that can be difficult. So that's why Art Shift is very good as well. It allows you to imagine and create through meditation something, and then you make it real in paint, and then it reinforces it. There's this thing about writing it down, about painting it, that reinforces it. So you're going through this transformation, but it can be scary because you have to let go of a lot of who you were, a lot of who you consider yourself to be, letting that person die. So you can come out of the coffin a new person. You're at this crossroads. This is the crossroads that you're at. You're letting your old self die, and everything that, people might know you as so-and-so and this and that and the other. But you're having to let part of that die, and you're actually just regenerating into somebody completely new. And that could be through a fitness regime. That could be through a new interest. That could be through working with spirit and really bringing that energy down and learning a little bit more about yourself in that way. So you're going to surprise some people, and that can be, you can be frightened of stepping out into this new person, because will you be accepted? Will you be rejected? That's the tribe mentality. So then we have guidance. So we've got a lovely little ship here. So we will be able to flow. We will be able to go in this new direction. It's a bit like the chariot. We're following our North Star. We're in the boat and we're sailing. We're going with the winds of change. The winds of change are blowing on these sails, and they're bringing us forward as smoothly, easily. But there is transformation here to pay attention to, because we've got that huge butterfly here at the end as well. So transformation, absolutely. And it says, when you make divine intelligence your foundation, you finally have a fixed star to follow. So that's what I was saying earlier. It is about going deep, knowing yourself as something and something other than you currently know yourself to be. And that is divine intelligence. And once you make that your foundation, you are moving very differently and going towards something very different. Oh, lovely. I'm seeing loads of videos of dolphins. There's so many dolphins around at the moment. It's crazy. And this is flow. So that's going with the flow. That's the river will take you. The winds of change will blow that boat and take you. So you've got to flow with it. There's change happening for you. You're probably aware of it if you're watching this. Some stuff is changing, and not just in your outside world, but within you. And you're just going to have to go with it. You're just going to have to learn about it. This is the journey. Learning about what you were taught you were, and unlearning that and discovering what you actually are. It says, allow me, divine, to move with the flow and respond with calmness and peace. I said that a while ago as well. It's allowing you to be in comfort, in peace, as you move with this flow. So there's no push. There's no going down rapids. It's just this movement that is occurring. The chariot movement. Movement is happening. And you're along for the ride, So go with. And don't be afraid, because Michael is with you. Archangel Michael, all the angels are there to work with you. And even if it's work, you're being guided. If it's work, you're being guided to something. You're moving towards something. You might think you're stuck in a rut, but in actual fact, something is up ahead. The harbour, the pier, is up ahead. It's calling you forward, but you must just flow with it. Flow with when you'll get there. Flow with the timing. We can want everything now, today. It's like, I was saying about me, there's so many other things I want to do. I want to do this and bring that forward and bring that forward. And, someone else is doing it. But, I'd love to make this product, or I'd love to do that. And there's no reason I can't, apart from time, money, etc., etc. But it's where would I fit it in? But when it's right, it will flow. When it's right, I have to trust. I trust that I'm being guided to where I need to be. So we're on 50. So I'm just going to finish with one goddess card, which work for men and women. Okay, we'll take that one because, as you saw, it jumped out. I love this card. And it's so beautiful. So we've got Ishel, medicine woman. You are a channel for divine healing power. There we go. So I'm taking this as a reminder to me, because what happens is we get so many different interests and so many different things we want to be involved with, that we forget how powerful we actually are right now, and how we can draw forward that power as medicine women to bring and make things happen on the earth. We've got the pyramids in the background, so we've got that structure which is coming in as well. We've got the lightning strikes which we had in the tower, so that electricity, that divine spiritual moment where something is changing. I think we've got a moon in the background there as well. We've got that flower. What's that flower called again? Maybe you can leave it in the comments. It's not kingfisher, is it? It's flower of paradise or something. Maybe you can let me know. But she's very much sort of Mayan energy, very much that connection to the higher. And what I would recommend is, whatever you're going through, do your connection to your higher self. Bring in your higher self. If you would like to do a one-to-one Zoom on that with me, let me know. But I have been doing that the last week or so. Any chance I get, just sitting and drawing forward the higher self, drawing forward more of that energy into me. And I have to say, it's already changed so much. So when we are making things happen on the earth, the pentacles are very earthy. The pentacles, work, money, earth. So there's so much changing within our earth. There's so much we're bringing forward, and we're moving towards this new change of our physical self within the earth, us within the earth. But a lot of that is due to this divine energy coming down. It says you are a channel for divine healing power. So there is this new understanding that you, all of you, are channels for divine healing power. We all come from one source. We all have it in us. It's tapping into it and then learning about it that will bring the new timeline, bring the new humanity. So if you need the medicine woman, you can call her me. I consider myself a medicine woman. And call in the higher. She is closed her eyes, her hands are to heaven. She's drawing forward her higher self into the earth. She's drawing forward her higher self into her physical body, which will bring massive change, but also medicine. She's medicine woman. So if there's something wrong, if you're not well, by bringing more of your higher self into your body starts to heal. So that is crucially important if you're going through any kind of illness. Sit and bring and allow your higher self to flow into you. Bring that energy more and more into you, and it will repair your body over time. But it is an amazing step for healing. That is your reading. I'm going to finish now because I don't want to lose it. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if it resonates. Let me know if you get anything else from it. Sometimes you might read the card different, or you might go, oh no, but I'm getting this from it. Let me know, because it's always good to share ideas as well. I hope it's a really good week for you. There's lots of seeds that you're planting. There's lots coming to this crossroads moment. Whatever has happened has been in the past, even your past self, your past ideas, your past beliefs, let it go. You're all being renewed, and you've got to flow with it, not fear it, flow with it. All right, my dears, take care. Hopefully I will see you again soon. Have a great week. Bye.